This is the second round of the league. I'm going first. Man. What do I want to do with this? This is a weird hand. I think I'm equipped to follow up if the Dreadnought doesn't work out. If I make my land drops, I should be able to cantrip my way into something afterward. I mean, it feels... it doesn't feel great, but weighed against mulliganing to 6 on the play, especially in a deck with 17 lands in it, I think I need to hold on to this. I mean, I could easily just be forced to go to 5 automatically. Would not be a big surprise at all. Anyway, I'll just play Island and End. Maybe I can catch a fetch land with my Stifle. Hey, I can. Don't mind if I do. Ooh, gosh, that was the best possible thing I could draw, I think. All right, let's see if this is enough. Gemstone Mine. Didn't expect that after Polluted Delta. Portent, yeah, that's fine. I wonder what kind of deck plays Polluted Delta and Gemstone Mine. Must be some kind of awesome brew. Just have to see how it unfolds. Ooh, they did not shuffle. Dangerous. Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah, that's like the 2 best possible draws consecutively. Everything is really coming together this game. The turn 1 Stifle, the unchallenged Dreadnought on turn 2, the Gush and the Counterspell. Hopefully this is just over now. It's a combo deck. Ill-gotten gains, I assume. I don't think I've actually seen anyone play it. I guess it could be Doomsday. Either way, Counterspell should be pretty good. Yeah, this will be a complicated turn for them. Nope, that's it. All right. Yeah, they're telling me they messed up with their portent. I assume it's probably ill-gotten gains. That's definitely the sort of deck where a person might find themselves having done the math wrong. Anyway, I don't want Powder Keg, and I do want Phyrexian Furnace. Misdirection is probably not what I want, but Daze is probably useful. Is a null good? I'll take the 4th days. And I guess the question is, would I rather have a null or 2 Flash of Insight? It feels like the Lotus Petals and Lion's Eye Diamonds are all only good on the condition that other stuff resolves, which makes me think that going after them is not the move. I might have Defense Grid, though. Two and all. Is that reasonable? The next card in line to cut is likely Impulse, but it's super flexible and I do like it. Yeah. I feel like this is probably the correct configuration. I don't even know which of the decks it is, or even if it's some unknown third deck. I wonder if they have Orum's Chant. They probably do. I'll take out the annuls. Okay. Submit. I'm about to run out of time. All right, good enough. All right, they are going to keep 7, and I will do the same. Turn 1 and they're already in the tank about what to do. Well, I mean, I've got my foil ready. It would have to be pretty extreme to work out. I'll let the ritual resolve. Buried Alive. Oh, it's that combo deck. All right, so Buried Alive is the choke point. They only have 4 Buried Alive. They have more reanimation than they have Buried Alives, because they've got Shallow Grave and Dance of the Dead. But if I counter that, they only have 3 more cards in the whole deck that'll get them out of this. So 100% foiling that, and I want to discard, let's see, should it be Portent or Impulse? So on my turn, I'm going to draw an unknown card, and then I'm going to Portent. And after that, do I want an Impulse or another Portent? I probably want an Impulse, because well, let's think about it. So if I take my turn, I draw some random card, and then I Island Portent, and then I find a Dreadnought, I would probably want to keep it, but then I'd have to find another good card. I guess another land. Um, You know, I'll send back the impulse. Well, not send back, but discard. That all feels very correct, I think. Nice. Okay, let's see if I can find what I need. Furnace. Yeah, I'll take it. All right. We'll put them back like that so as to hide it from duress. And they would need a spectacular hand to make this happen. I mean, a deck like that is super dangerous. It could kill me. All right, that's a relief. Okay, play the furnace, and I will need to keep a mana up so I can exile a targeted card. What are they doing? Limdul's Vault. Okay. I can live with that, I think. Oh, this is funny. I mean, as much as I'd like to keep a mana open for the furnace, I can portent them and shuffle after they vault. And that's going to be, I guess, ever so slightly risky if they have, like, the buried, if they draw the Buried Alive and then their other two cards are, like, Dark Ritual and Shallow Grave, then I'm dead, but if it isn't that incredibly good, then it's just not going to work. Right, portend. Play cards, okay. Any order, shuffle, yes. And end. Yeah, their timing there just did not work out. And keeping the second portent instead of the impulse, that really paid off. Hey, they found their Buried Alive. But they don't have what it takes to... I mean, maybe it's land and reanimate, but I don't think this deck does actual reanimate. It seems like they're just short no matter what. Awesome. Okay, now I can spend a little time just working my way up to a kill. Not in a super big hurry at this point. The opponent is largely immobilized. I'm going to stifle that. What I really want is to just keep them at bay until I can start furnacing their important cards without having to sacrifice the furnace, which is coming up pretty soon. Okay, closing in. Don't need that. Ooh, misdirection. Pretty good. Okay, now we're just taking big bites out of the important combo pieces. Having exiled one of the cloud scrapers, their way out of it must necessarily include drawing the third buried alive. And I guess not drawing the second Suture Ghoul or the Cloud Scrapers, or if they do, they have to like Cabal Therapy themselves. It's becoming increasingly out of reach. That was a good draw. All right. Let's drop that on down and get rid of that ghoul. All right. Do a little bit more exiling. And I guess I play it so that I could hardcast a foil and also have a mana for a targeted furnace activation. That seems better than leave it in hand to have like an alt cost foil available. What do we have here? Cabal Ritual. I think I can allow it. Yeah, it looks like they miscalculated. They're just passing the turn. Okay. And now, do I want to keep... Yeah, I think I want to hold this island. Because I only need one furnace activation, which can come from one mana using either of the two furnaces. I don't need to have enough mana to do two furnace activations. Targeted activations, to be specific. So now I have foil, second foil, furnace activation, all available. Counterspell. Okay. Yep, just working my way up. They are discarding on their cleanup. Okay, another island is useful. Let's go ahead and furnace that. And then end. Another discard. Nice. Feels like the stifle on that polluted delta earlier really made an impact. All right, yeah, I'll take the Dreadnought. Time to close it out. Ooh, nice. Yeah, that gives me the option to alt cast foil, which is fantastic. So I'll play Dreadnought and Stifle. That gives me 2 counter spells, a foil or a misdirection, and a single targeted furnace activation, plus an untargeted furnace activation, though. That part won't matter because it'll lead up to it with rituals. Alright, yeah, I'm feeling pretty well protected here. There's Delta. Okay. What do we have? Snap. I'm going to counter that. And with just colorless mana, I imagine that has to be it. I suppose I can have misdirection. Nope, that's it. All right, awesome. It's a cool deck to play against. Off to a good start in this league.